Hello, welcome to my channel. Yep, we're at it again, and today I did a set of braided singles. For those of all my old school braiders, everybody knows this individual braids were called singles back in the day. And this client here, hers is about waist length. I think it touches maybe to the top of her buttocks, but yeah, they were about a little bit longer than waist length. Well, you might as well say butt length because they was just about that long. Here in this video, I actually started her hair with I did the bricklayer uh, foundation for her hair. The way I do my bricklayer is I actually part from ear to ear. I go right around to ear. And when I get to the curved part at the top, I stop. And when I get to the area by the ears, I actually straggle the section so that the bricklayer can continue toward her face. So that's just the way I do it. I take her hair and I start the braid with her natural hair. I probably do like maybe one turn, sometimes two turns, and then I add very thin pieces. Depending on the size of the braid, will depend on how many pieces I'm adding in. For this particular client, for the size of braid that she was looking for, I actually added in maybe 3 strands, sometimes four, just depended on how the pieces that I was grabbing. Now, to start the braid off with her natural hair and then slowly add, most people call those like knotless braids. I myself, I don't really get into the knotless braids. My client showed me a picture, and I just do what the picture is. I just do it. I don't put a bunch of names on the stuff. I just if it's knotless, it's knotless. If it ain't knotless, it ain't knotless. I mean, but it's the result that the client is looking for. Some people be like, "Oh, that's not knotless. It's supposed to look this way or that way." But I don't get into all that. As long as my client is happy at the end, and that's all that matters. So now some braids, when I start them, depending on the length of the hair, if I can grab it, if it's long enough for me to grab, I will actually add a very, very, very thin piece at the base to help me grab that hair. That's only if the hair is like too short or if it's hard for me to grip, then I'll do that. But in this situation, her hair was long enough for me to actually start the braid with her natural hair and then go ahead and add the 3 to 4 pieces that I added as I went along. You can see this right here, how I take the hair, separate it into 3 pieces, and then I do one turn, just one. That's that one. I like 2 turns. Maybe I did two on that one, and then I just start adding, and I add the hair quickly, like right at the beginning. I don't go too far down the shaft with adding. I add it right at the beginning, and then I just continue to braid. Now her ends were very blunt because of her. Were trimmed, which is nothing wrong with that. It just makes it a little more difficult to um, tuck those ends in. You add a little bit of edge control. That will help out a lot to tuck those ends in inside that braid as you're braiding. Because when you get to the finished look, you don't want to like be cutting the client's hair just to get it from sticking out of that braid. So if you can add a little bit of edge control on the ends and then continue braiding to tuck that hair hidden inside that braid, that will work out a lot better. Um, this particular style, I think it probably took me maybe I think maybe 4 or 5 hours. I think maybe five. I think I got it done in about 5 hours, like, because we started about let's say 9 o'clock. Was it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah. It took me about 5 hours to finish her head. But she took the hair. She bought her hair. She bought a mixture. She bought two different packs of hair. One pack had like a blend of 3 colors in it. It was made that way. And then the other pack was a blonde, and she wanted me to mix the 2 colors together. So that's how we ended up with this beautiful color that she created herself by picking these 2 colors. And as you can see, that's her hair. I'm just prepping the hair. It's already prepped on my board. And I'm about to start the braid again. And I separated into three pieces. That's one, that's two. I do two turns on that one. Then I started adding the hair and just kept it going. So this particular client, her hairstyle was actually on my live stream. You feel free to check that out because you can see the whole dipping process. You can see how it turned out as I was dipping, the technique I used for dipping her hair. Um, it is a silent live. I guess you can call it a silent live because of the television that was playing in the background. And I didn't want to get any copyright strikes, but feel free to check out that live. Now, I just finished dipping her hair on this one. I put a little bit of mousse throughout her hair, um, and she sat on the dryer for a few minutes. And this is the end results. The braids are very soft, very pliable. They just move so freely. The color was amazing. I really liked it. It turned out very well. The client was very happy with her hair. I'm going to have her stand up so that I can get a better look on her braids without her sitting in a chair. But it turned out very well. She was pleased. And that's all that matters, you know. It's all about what the client likes in the end. And she was very happy with it. Yeah. The braids are even. They're all the same size. That's one thing you want to make sure. You want to make sure your braids consistency is the same throughout. You don't want braids that are too big or braids that are too small. So when you pre-section your hair out, make sure you grabbing about the same amount of hair every time. And here she is. Like I said, it's about it is butt length. The hair is butt length, but she said she normally doesn't even wear her braids that long, but they were so light that she really enjoyed them. And she just said leave it the length that they were. So I did. She was very happy with the length of her hair and how light they felt. They didn't feel really heavy. And you know, the technique of them not feeling heavy is mainly because the amount of sections, the thin pieces of hair that I added in with it, that was a game changer. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. If you have any questions about how to do any braided singles, please let me know and down below and I'll get back. God bless.